Greetings, people of the internet! I am LUCHA MAN! And welcome to LUCHA MAN Reviews. Now, I was approached by the producer and told I had to do a special review, and I was like, okay. Now, I don't know why, but here it goes. The producer insisted that for this episode I review the Simpsons Futurama Crossover Special. This book, it's a couple years old, but hey, the producer told me to do this, so let's get on with it. Now, I saw this and I bought it. It's a really good book. Or I should say, comic book. Now, I like it because it included like a special reprinting of like the first Simpsons comic, so there's that. That's pretty awesome. There's an original story in here that involves both these guys and these guys, especially like how the covers of both of these interact with each other. Yeah, so there's a story that's actually divvied up in the main book, and like you'll see two references to previous Simpsons stories that are listed in here also. So like you'll have the Futurama story, then you'll have the Simpsons comic story, then you'll have the rest of the Futurama story, and then you'll have a separate comic story. There's also a gallery in here for like sketch work and random Simpson crossovers and Simpsons Futurama crossovers, and there's even there's even a bunch of gallery art and cover art. It's really good. So I liked the story. I thought it was funny. All the characters fit, and it just seemed appropriate. So I give it a solid 10 out of 10. It was really good, and what? Oh, the producer. Producer's here. Hang on. What do you want? I'm doing the show. Yes, I'm. It's right here. See? Well, the episode. What do you mean the episode? You said do the Simpsons Futurama crossover. I just did. You're telling me there's an episode? Oh, come on! Look, we had this issue before. Hang on, folks. Moral of the story, folks. Ask your producer for clarification and never have them be on set while you're filming. Yeah. Leave. I'll get it done. Just get out of here. Come on. Okay. Alright, so a while back, The Simpsons did a crossover with Family Guy, and that just opened the floodgates. Because we've just recently had the episode, The Simpsons Futurama Crossover, not the comic book edition I just reviewed. Okay, so we had Tom Tucker in the previous crossover. We had, we didn't have him, but since it is Futurama, there was Richard Nixon, so he's got to be in there somewhere. So we've had every Tom and every Dick, and now it's pretty obvious that sooner or later we're going to have Barry from American Dad, because you know this little saying, every Tom, Dick, and Barry. Yes, I know it's not the same, but it's part of the joke. Get out of here. Okay, he's gone. Yeah, so the Simpsons Futurama crossover. Now, for starters, I was glad to see Bender again. I was glad to see Futurama again. So, based on this fact, this means we may get another season of Futurama, as it was kind of left ambiguously ended for the previous season, but hey, who knows? Who knows? Now, unlike the Family Guy crossover, the Futurama crossover for Simpsons was only half as long. So, we got less of an episode, so I guess the plan was just to do a quick one-shot crossover episode. And I think they could have milked it. They could have made it go out a little longer, but I guess for the length it was probably the appropriate amount. Even though, yeah, I would have loved to see more of Bender. Alright, now, the surprising thing is that this was a good crossover in print, but they didn't do the same story. The story is, in fact, it's completely different from what was printed in the book. Yeah, so, alright, so in the comic book that I just showed you, the Simpsons are all regarded as fictitious characters. But in this crossover, the Simpsons are regarded as real characters. Well, no, real people, not... Yeah, so, of course, the future and the past are going to interact, and of course, there's going to be lots of jokes about that. It was a pretty good episode. Apparently something in the future happens, and of course, they have to go back in time, and... Yeah. I don't want to spoil it because it just came out recently, but it's a good thing. The way that all the characters interact with each other, and like I said, they could have melted and gone for a full hour length, but the half-hour one, it worked essentially, more or less. Yeah, so basically there wasn't really too much focus on secondary characters from either series. It was basically the primary core, Simpsons family, and the crew of the Planet Express. Sure, there was some side interaction from some of the side characters, but not that much. They just wanted to do a quick episode. So yes, I did find it funny, and there were some good segments, but like I said, I just wish it was longer, and I think they could have done more. And there was some stuff that just... It worked, but it didn't seem to be firing on all four cylinders. So for the Simpsons Futurama Crossover TV special, I give it a 6.5 out of 10. It was like a regular episode. It wasn't anything that was special or groundbreaking, seeing as how Family Guy did it first. And I think if they did it with Futurama beforehand, it would have been more interesting. And like I said, the odds are we're going to be seeing a American Dad Simpsons crossover. It's pretty obvious or evident that I'd put money on that, but I don't have any money on me right now, so I'll just do a free bet on that. So keep an eye out for that, people. Okay, so like I said, the Simpsons Futurama comic one got a high score, and the TV one just got an average score, so go figure. Yeah. Alright, well, that's all I got for this episode. Sorry sorry about that, but it's just so weird to... You have two things you like, and then... Alright, yeah, you watch 4 shows, I say, that are basically very similar to each other in design and style and some kinds of humor. Now, when the first crossover happens, you're like, oh man, I can't believe this happened. And then when the second crossover happens, you're like, okay, meh. And like I said, I was legitimately surprised they didn't go with the plot that was in the printed book. But hey, I guess they had to come up with an original story, so go figure. Alright, until next time, this has been LUCHA MAN! For LUCHA MAN Review, saying thank you for watching, and have a nice day.